What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are here because we don't want to apologize. That's the name of the episode, the original title. I don't want to apologize. And then someone typed it on ChatGPT on how to shorten it, and they called it No Apologies. The AI is taking over. Jack Reacher Season 2, get ready. That's what it's going to be about. I have a lot more thoughts than a typical intro. John, how are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited for more of your AI
No
TED
apologies,
talk.
guys. Leave a like. Everyone leave a like. Leave a like, do it. Reach for that like button. Oh, God. Also, subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when our reaction for episode 6 is up here on this Chanel. These thumbnails on Amazon are very misleading. Also, full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync with your own copy of Reacher, available for our Super Sexy Rejects at our Patreon page. Thank you all for joining just for the show alone. However, we also cover several things over there exclusively with reaction highlights and watch-alongs included. John, are you ready to apologize?
I'm always ready for an apology, Greg.
You ready for an apology or ready to apologize?
I'm ready to apologize. I'm so sorry. I should have said I'm ready to apologize all times.
Let's do it.
Critics say the year-long blockade has been credited with hundreds of successful search and seizures of contraband, including...
Oh, shit.
The only way to make Molly Beth's death mean something is by catching whoever killed her. We can't do that if we're shot dead by crooked cops or rotting away in jail with her murder pinned on us.
And also taxidermy. The dog.
Pull over.
This dog better not be dead.
Oh, he's going to murder that guy.
It's okay. What's he doing to you? Collar's cutting him.
Enough of this.
Putting all, they need to save something.
Dog didn't do anything to anybody. Doesn't deserve this.
Told you to stay off my property.
This guy.
Rung his bell, jeez. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Let's see how you like it.
Jeez. This property owner is always ready to go, but never bound to feed his dog.
He's always in the right around the backyard corner. Why don't you break into that computer there?
The 1989 Batmobile. Oh, man.
Wow.
Illegal money is awesome.
Maybach or something?
I think that's a Bentley.
It's a Bentley. The cattle.
I told you to stay off my property. These are my cows.
Oh, yeah.
That thingy from the second episode.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a flashback from the second episode.
It all makes sense now.
Oh, damn.
Oh, boy.
I can't be seen with a whore.
I am nothing if not a pious man.
Look, it's the war criminal.
You keep trying to use that one thing against him.
You're interrupting our lunch.
Let me ask you something. What kind of man are you? A stupid man? A bitter man?
A white man.
You knew I'd come after you when I saw what you did to Roscoe. You knew I'd see your truck right outside. A work truck whose bed's never had anything in it other than a keg. But know what you don't know?
What's that?
What it feels like when I hit you. Because if you did, you never would have picked up that paint can.
Now let me tell you something about Roscoe Conklin.
She's a war criminal.
That little
Bitch slap. Nice.
With the cloth.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Awesome.
baby.
Don't
Butter
even try.
knife.
Don't even try.
Drop it.
Hey, I never liked you, Dawson. Don't make me prove it.
Drop the knife. Since the moment this man arrived in Margrave, there's been nothing but violence. And now he's attacked my son? That's it. You get him out of here. Last time I checked, you were on my balls.
Oh, boy. He's just a call away.
Junior and the boys were just minding their own business when this guy came in and started tearing up the place.
Thank you, Earl, for being a good citizen of Margrave.
Ugh.
Detective?
Roscoe, take Reacher outside.
Wow, I beat the shit out of everyone in here.
Yeah, get a quickie in.
In the barrel. Jump in.
Molly Beth died because she cared about a Reacher.
Oh.
I'm telling you, man. I feel like Roscoe's gonna die.
Are you kidding me? No. I just got the report mixed up with something else.
Easy. What's going on?
Teal just fired me.
Whoa.
Let me talk to the man, okay?
This is bullshit. Is he going back to jail?
Kleiner isn't pressing charges. Because he doesn't want to go to court. The lawsuit lets me ask for discovery about KJ for character impeachment.
Yeah, they.
So it's down to Gray's files.
I told you, he didn't leave anything behind.
But he left you as Desert Eagle. People thinking about suicide normally give away their prized possessions right before they take their lives, not a full year prior.
Good call.
Interesting.
I want to see the box it came in.
Just be careful with it. It means a lot to me.
Secret box. Oh. Oh, I thought it was a ring.
When we were at the motel in Alabama, you said Gray used to get his hair cut once a week.
Yeah.
Why does a man with hardly any hair need a weekly trim?
He just likes to keep it tight, you know?
He wanted you to know that he was proud of his girl.
You're the best barbershop man.
Oh, barbershop man is totally dead.
Wowie.
He left me daisies.
Oh.
Who buys 116 cattle? You buy a lot. 20, 50, 100. It's a hell of a lot of animal
feed.
There's something inside those animals.
When my uncle got up to around 120 head, he had to file with the state. Why?
So Kleiner stops at 116.
To not file.
He'd be subject to state inspectors coming on his land.
And he has cows and a herd that is not that big. Let it rest. Stretch. If you say the amount of animal feed, I swear to God, you're not gonna have to worry about Kleiner because I will cut your balls off myself.
You did it.
Thought you folks could use a little sustenance.
Thank you, sir.
You wouldn't happen to have any fruit or salad, would you, Mr. Mosley?
Oh, you picky bastard.
With mayo between two slices of bread, right in front of it.
Thank you.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, my guy.
Why would you just ignore this whole animal thing when Reacher's like right about everything?
I know.
We need direct proof linking counterfeit cash to Kleiner, and we don't have it.
All the places to do this. Why Margrave?
It's harder to suspect a small town.
There are dying towns all over.
You just pick one on a lottery, throw a dart at a map.
The old state route arterial systems cross right through here. Shipping fake cash from here, Kleiner's trucks can avoid federal interstates for most of the trip, literally staying off the radar of cops with a much bigger presence on busier highways. He had a very well-oiled and thought-out operation.
That's what I predicted.
Exactly, man. That was
One
impressive.
step ahead of the show.
I'm just such an idiot when it comes to these things.
Blockades have been going on for a year, which means no funny money coming into the U.S. So there's a huge backlog of counterfeit cash overseas, making the whole outfit vulnerable to being caught.
And that's what's stored in the animals.
Aww.
Maybe someone wants to buy something really dangerous that's really expensive. Think suitcase nuke, but they don't have the money to do it, so they're printing their own. Or they want to destabilize the U.S. economy. Bottom line, I don't care why they want to do it. You and the FBI can figure all that out after the people that killed Joe are dead.
Gray didn't commit suicide. They murdered him.
I'll talk to her.
You still gotta talk to Teal, man. You gotta talk to everybody.
Sir. Ma'am.
No apologies. Damn, they done messed that kid up. You better apologize.
I'm very sorry for what happened. I have no excuse for my actions. I hope you can forgive me, though I understand if you can't.
Your turn, Reacher.
Did Joe and Jack don't have the same last name?
I've been wondering that, because even Joe called him Reacher.
Apologize.
No.
Look at my son. You can't even bring yourself to say you're sorry?
You're torturing that poor kid.
I'm sorry, he couldn't defend himself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry the left side of his face doesn't look like the right.
And that's the day Jack Reacher hit the road.
That is not what we rehearsed.
You want to save your town, avenge Gray, good. Harness that. Bad people should get what's coming to them. No apologies.
That's the name
Of the Epois!
Got it. She said she wanted dinner at 10, but instead she had it at 6. 10-6 is MP radio code for send civilian police. And she's taking a shot at me for being a civilian now.
If she can't tell you where she is, how the hell are you gonna find her?
Won't be a problem.
Oh, yeah, come on. They got ways.
Oh, Neagley's going to be such a prevalent part of season 2.
She'll choose a decent discount hotel. Something you'd find near Midtown, close to public transportation. Near a place to eat that's reasonably priced and isn't a chain restaurant.
Why can't it be a chain restaurant?
Who would suspect a McDonald's?
I tracked you. 10 years together as special investigators. I know what you think. Figured I'd come to Midtown, avoid tourists, find a serviceable hotel close to mass transit near a decent restaurant.
You found each other.
The JW on your brother's punch list was an EPA investigator named Jimmy Dupree Wilkes.
Was.
Gunned down in his home. Dead fed.
Dead fed.
Determined it was a random burglary gone bad. Murder weapon was a small caliber 9mm subsonic. Burglars don't use silencers. Most don't carry guns at all. Also, burglars steal things.
He stole a life.
The body was beaten like a piñata post-mortem. Don't see that every day.
Happens more often than you think. It's what they did to my brother.
Shit.
You stepped in it now,
You're gonna
Neagley.
kill a whole lot of people, aren't you?
He's already started.
Already started.
Yeah.
Wish I could tell you, but the first 2 chapters of Wilkes' report cover the extent of the pollution, and the 3rd chapter, the one that deals with the source, is missing.
A missing source.
The guy I like for the murders was ordering 18-wheelers full of animal feed when he doesn't need nearly that much. Do you see a connection with what we're looking into?
Not off the top of my head. Hell of a lot of animal feed, though.
Right. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Why are you so big?
Genetics.
Are you a giant?
That looks painful.
Instead of hitting his head on something, could something have hit his head?
Truth be told, I never looked at the injury that way.
Can you?
Oh.
Now?
Oh, okay.
There's a bullet in there.
Whoa.
Huh. Kind of look like a diamond, doesn't it?
Kane. Teal's Kane.
Teal would do it himself?
I don't feel like he would, but I don't know. I mean, everyone's a suspect.
There's an empty oil drum right there, Pigpen.
Oil drum's cleaner than the river.
That's why we're here.
Why would you go fishing in there?
Yeah, what do you hope to catch?
EPA came through here years ago talking about how the geography makes the toxins settle here. Killing all the crawdads and catfish. Said he was going to clean it up because no one could earn on the water anymore. You know what he did?
He died.
He was killed.
Yeah, well, so was this town.
Do it for this town.
Joe wasn't the first federal agent he had killed. He had Wilkes taken out too before his polluting was uncovered. Just can't prove it.
Got a text from LaCoin. The CI's ready to meet.
Game is on.
You come to clean out your desk?
Wowie!
That is not what you're supposed to do.
Let's go! Are you a wolf? I got my handkerchief. You
Oh, boy.
By now, Teal's calling for your arrest. And once you're in custody, they'll take you out like they tried to kill Reacher when they had him locked up.
Oh, no.
I gotta get you out of town. You can't show your face in Margrave now.
Oh, hell no. The show's not the same without her.
Guy we're meeting's a small-time trigger puller.
What makes you think this will suit him?
It's been a go-to CI. Wants to keep a seat on the gravy train.
Hey, why we gotta do this, man? This case is closed. We got families. You let it go.
This is not the time for this chat.
This mess got a Fed killed. It ain't worth our lives, too.
If it was worth my brother's life, it's sure as hell worth yours.
So if you don't kill cops, who does?
Out-of-town talent.
A name.
You know what his mama called him, but he goes by the Viking.
Oh.
You find the Viking, you found your shooter. Now, I'm gonna get me a lap dance, and no self-respecting stripper is gonna come to a table with 2 cops, this chick, and a pissed-off giant.
Come on. Nope.
Oh, yeah, let's go, Neagley.
When a woman says she doesn't want to be touched, she doesn't want to be touched.
Now you're just shoving messages down my throat.
Some nice moves back there.
Better than the guy who taught him to me.
Jack Teacher.
Hey, we got there.
Already got a call from Stevenson saying Till wants a warrant out for Roscoe's arrest.
Can't trust Stevenson.
I told him she was furious about getting fired and that she jumped out of my car at a stoplight and took off.
Roscoe?
I'm here.
Why would you do that, Roscoe? I love you so much.
I go to the source after hours, see if I can get evidence that nails this thing down.
Boy Scouts gonna do an illegal search?
Desperate times. Besides, it's not like I'm killing someone.
He'll come around.
Oh, yeah, he will.
I need you to promise me that you're not going to take out Teal without me.
When the time comes, I'll hold him while you hit him.
I love you so much, Richard.
I said her name normally.
Mm-hmm.
I said it normally.
Yeah. Yep.
Tell me how I said it.
When we get to the precinct, we'll go through the alias database. We'll look up Viking, see what pops up.
I think the cop driving is crooked.
Yeah, I'm worried about the both of them.
There it is.
No, we can't.
What are you doing, man? Riverdale, hold on.
Shoot him, O'Coin.
Draw your weapon. Show me a video of them. Draw your weapon and fire. You don't have to do this.
Whoa.
You don't have to do this. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. So sorry. I'm gonna pull in the woods. I'm gonna open the door up. I'm gonna shoot you real quick.
Tell them now.
That's it.
Don't tell them that. Yeah, you put the wrong guy behind you. Oh my. Oh no. That's real bad.
My friend and I are getting out of here. I can try and take you with us, but if I do, you're going to jail. And they'll kill you inside.
So you could either die here.
And then they'll come for your family, and you know what they'll do to them. It's your call.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That is a bit. Oh, yeah. Say your prayers, man.
Take a deep breath.
Whoa.
Jack Swimmer.
A lake like Jason Voorhees.
You do not mess with the special investigators.
You do not mess
With me.
with the special investigators.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be shitting me.
This is a size medium.
Turned into more than you bargained for when you agreed to help. Do me a favor and walk away.
I love that detail. He actually put on a shirt that didn't fit.
Oh, here we go. Finlay Impossible.
I think there'd be some type of alarm.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Whoa! I had a feeling. Should have said it. I hate when I don't say it.
You better haul ass out of there.
Yeah.
And God, the way his like neck flaps
The
were
second he said he was
folded
going to investigate, I was like, I bet you Kleiner's dead, because I was thinking about Spivey being dead.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, based on the runtime of this episode, I'd imagine Kleiner's probably dead.
Yeah, these guys probably all have leverage over.
Damn
like,
it.
Guy like Kleiner's not gonna
Damn
get
it.
his
I
hands
hate when I
dirty
don't
that
say something. Pisses me off.
Got to say every theory.
Pisses me off because everyone's going to remember 5 years from now when Greg made that prediction on that YouTube video.
Yeah.
He's like, I remember when Greg said it. He called it.
Every subsequent season of Reacher, people are going to be like, oh, here comes Greg ready to not call another
Can't
one.
rewatch this show without thinking about when Greg called that moment.
Ruined the whole experience for me.
Oh, God, I do it for you guys, not for me and my own pride. I do it for you. All of you. Anyway.
It's a service.
Damn, that was, things are getting real. Real Reacher over here.
Real Reacher.
Things are getting real and personal.
Yeah.
I love that nuanced touch at the end there with the cops.
Yeah, man. Oof.
Because I was like, he's maybe just some crooked guy. And then it wasn't just like he's crooked. He was threatened, you know. And even Jack Reacher seemed to like understand, you know, for a second that this guy's family's at stake. It's not guy's balls get cut off, you know. Like,
Yeah, now we know that that's not an empty threat. So.
What a motif. What a threat to make sure some people cooperate. Like that's whoever is pulling the strings here, the assassins, that's their signature calling card.
Now, what do they do when like a woman is the main target, though? Because if you don't have balls to cut off, how do they leverage you?
I don't know.
I love that has stuck around. Like they give you that idea with Hubble in the first episode. He's like, they told me they would do this, and at first you're just like, oh, yeah, of course they told you that, because like you're just gonna stay in line. Like they're just talking big, and then you see it, and now it's just this like it's like an extra character that's just with us the whole time.
And there hasn't been anything like we're about to hit the 6th episode, and there's only been truly one seriously graphic moment.
Yeah, right.
And it was just that with the guy on the and like they needed to drive that home, like how real of a threat this is. And all it needed was that one. Like, yeah, you got the prison fight, which was cool, and like some bone crunching stuff. But no, nothing like what they had in the 2nd episode with the crime scene. And like whenever they talk about that happen, that just lays the ground floor of, yeah, these threats are real, and they will do some messed up stuff. and so I love that, because it's such a phrase of like, I'll cut your balls off or something like that, but then
shove them down your throat.
But then the show of how they do it, and then they get like they crucify you. Oh yeah, you list, when like a cop is threatened in that position, like he's been pushed to that point, and you could see that he wasn't really a bad guy. This cop, and he was even trying to stop them from investigating earlier.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love that. Like, because he plays it. I thought the actor played it well enough that it could just be, maybe he just isn't down for this. Maybe he thinks this is risky, but no, they've already gotten to him.
Have we not met the bigger baddie yet?
That's how it feels. And I mean, especially because we've had these figures like Kleiner and Teal and all these like corporate guys. But aside from like the hitmen and the, like the different little South American guys who are running around, trying to jump Reacher, I feel like, it could be the Viking, it could be something else, but I feel like there has to be another more violent figure involved that like would get their hands. I feel like we haven't met or, been exposed properly to the person who would get their hands dirty for this stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like they've been trying to set up like Kleiner's son to be something more.
See, I keep feeling like, like they're doing that, but he'll... See, now I don't know, because Kleiner Sr. is dead. Maybe that will be some kind of twist where it's like, I never had a good relationship with my dad. I had him killed myself or something like that. But I don't know. I'm torn between him being an innocuous red herring versus him being as suspicious as they make him out to be.
Yeah. And the show does a really good job at hinting at history with every character. They do a really, really good job. You have this thing with Neagley and Jack where it's one buddy from the army who he actually stays in contact with. And she doesn't feel woke.
I know.
Right? Right, guys? Isn't that the way you want to say things about any woman character? You put them on a barometer.
Cultures
of are they woke or not woke? You can't just accept a character.
You can't just accept that people have these views and might just demonstrate.
Sometimes women have skills, fighting skills.
This didn't happen until people started using the word woke.
Investigative skills.
Yeah.
And sometimes women can also do things without it having to be in a category called woke. I like her a lot. They hint. You really get the sense that she's probably a character in previous books. I may be wrong about that, but she just reads that. The way they introduced her was like a Marvel character introduction. Like I'm calling someone special, and then like fans of the book would be like,
yes, Punisher called Micro. All right,
yeah, some vibe like that. That's sort of the impression I had. And like the way they allude to, being trained, the way they've helped train each other and train together, and there's a kinship between them, a bond stronger than what anyone we've seen Reacher have. He cares about her.
Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't care about people. He cares about her. We know Reacher cares. Those muscles can't cover up that heart. If anything, you're pumping so much blood to that heart with them.
His heart must beat like a kettle drum.
Yeah.
Well, I love their rapport back and forth because they're so comfortable with each other, and like their friendship really plays. Like even it's just like a small thing, but even the way they're like changing together, and it's not a thing Like it almost feels weird to call attention, but the fact that they don't really at all like shows how comfortable, but how just kind of, at ease they are with each other without it having to be any kind of other thing than that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't anticipate anything too terrible happening to her, but with her going off on her own, I'm a little worried.
I feel like she's a season 2 character.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I feel like she could maybe later on in like a season 3 or 4 be called into greater peril, but I feel like this will set up the connective tissue because we're probably not going to see Roscoe and Finlay. Season.
I don't deep dive into the comments because I'm constantly worried about getting spoiled.
Yes.
Same. You guys have been really good about not mentioning if Alan Richardson is American or not. I still don't know.
Me neither.
I still have no idea.
Neither.
I'm waiting to find out. So I have no idea who will actually die or if they all make it out of this season alive or anything like that, or if Neagley will be a character who prevails. However, the sense that I get from the comments is that, if I'm not mistaken, this is based off of the 12th book. Jesus, so many books.
Wow.
It's like one of those airport novels, right? Like there's like a billion of these books.
Yeah,
like
but in a good way, I guess.
Well, I've heard the supporting characters are better fleshed out here than they usually are in the books.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's nice.
I don't know. I mean, like I maybe read a comment or two that said that. So I don't know what the actual general consensus is. I'm really going off of like 1 or 2 opinions I read.
Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty faithful to the book.
It certainly seems to please many more book fans than the films did.
Yeah. Well, it's primarily investigative. Whereas with Jack Reacher, I was like, get to an action scene. The movie, I was like, I want to see an action scene.
Yeah. Whereas here, I'm like, action's cool and all, but like, I'm just so like, I just love watching them figure this out.
Yeah. And then it's cool how this is like it starts off like a small town crime that is escalatingly getting bigger, and you're uncovering corruption, and then the corruption becomes more personal to the characters' pasts.
Yeah.
Like how they did that with Roscoe. Like, I don't know this gray guy, and I don't really care that he died, but I care that Roscoe cares and is heartbroken by it.
Isn't that her daddy? Is that her cop daddy?
They kept calling him Gray.
Yeah, maybe. I could be wrong about that.
You see her biological dad?
I thought her dad was a cop or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look for the detail.
Wouldn't you say they killed my dad at any point?
Probably.
Not. They killed Gray.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
No, they still
I'm
call
probably
him
wrong about that.
His
brother called him Reacher, so I never in this
calls him Reacher
universe. Yeah, and I'm like, is Joe like your adoptive brother or something? Or you look the same? So like, do you call Joe Reacher? Seems like you just call him Joe.
Yeah, and then Jack even said at one point to Roscoe, like Mary Beth, is her name Mary Beth?
Molly Beth.
Molly Beth died. She cared about one Reacher. That whole thing about she cared about one Reacher, and she died.
Yeah.
So Joe has to be the other Reacher.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how I've always assumed that they are biologically both Reachers and not just like, I consider him a Reacher.
Well, I know they look. Apparently, they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And they sound similar, and even they cast the brothers and the young versions of them to look pretty similar.
Yeah.
So
they have to be.
Yeah, I know it gets confusing. It's a weird town where they just don't call either.
But yeah, no, either way, though, even without the full context of who Gray is to, I agree. Yeah, like who he is to Roscoe, like just the way that she plays that. And I loved like her and Jasper going over I do think it's a little suspicious that Jasper didn't like enhance this wound the first time.
Jasper's in on it.
That's right. He's been pulling this string. He's the least suspecting character, but I loved her just little nuances of her performance, having to power through this really kind of traumatic reliving of this event, but also getting to the bottom of the clues.
I guess I could see it from a Jasper standpoint. Like, this town doesn't experience murder, even though they have the best goddamn cops.
Yep. He's two
Finlay and Roscoe, two highly overqualified cops.
Yeah, seriously.
Roscoe trained by the FBI and all. But the town hasn't experienced murder, so I could see how if they didn't even think to look for it, they wouldn't have.
And and if it really looks like the particular situation that it was supposed to look like, then you would just kind of go, okay, he probably hit his head on the chair, etc.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. There's a bit of swashbuckling vibe to it at times too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it pushes past just investigative mystery into treasure hunt.
This show has a really interesting tone for what kind of show it is, because I've seen various, crime investigation procedural miniseries, very popular genre. Lots of different cultures have them, especially in prevalence now. And this one has a certain element of fun, despite like the grim nature of so many of the circumstances and the sordid, spiral of the actual mystery. But it's still swashbuckling, I think, does kind of broach on it, because it does have like a very, very grounded sort of adventure kind of quality. And you're like going all through, like they depict these areas of, the country in a very vivid and tangible way too. So even though it
doesn't feel like you're in like swamp territory. Like True Detective, I've only seen the first season, but True Detective felt like, an icky, noir, just Southern Gothic detective show. And I loved that season. I thought it was great. That really had that flair. Where here, I wouldn't remiss someone for thinking it's PG-13 until suddenly you're like, oh, there's a lot of hard F words and nudity. Oh, surprising violent. But but the rest of the show looks like it can be like a PG-13 show until some like R-rated shit pops up. And you're like, oh yeah, is there an R-rated show?
Well, and I like that they use those pulpy things in a way that doesn't come across with an R-rated attitude. It's like they go into a strip club and there is nudity in that scene, but it doesn't feel like there's no requisite like, ooh, we're in a strip club kind of shot. It's just like, oh yeah, there's some nudity in the background, but whatever, that's not the point. It's just kind of and even in those moments, like when they change together, like it is just kind of casual, and you're like, like this doesn't feel mature, explicit, or exploitative in any way.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. And there's a lot of great unspoken qualities between Roscoe and Reacher as well. I love the actress who plays Roscoe.
She is terrific, man. I don't know if I've ever seen her before, but I hope to see her again. I hope she gets so many roles I get sick of her and root for her downfall.
I can't wait to see you again. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Please be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, do all those things. And last but not least, let's end this with shouting out some patrons.
Ryan Smith, caught you right at the end of the month there.
Welcome. Kevin Meek, you're amazing.
Adrian Timms, you're tremendous.
Ryan Baines, I love you.
Jeffrey Robinson, just want to give you a back rub.
Real Nagas, cuddle with me.
Lex, you're the bestestest.
Barco Fan 101, fart on my face.
Let's kick it into Heather Gear.
Ian Simon, stop watching me when I shower.
Songhai Glover, can you make me some pancakes?
Jacob Neptune, those photos were supposed to be in private.
I bow down to you, Kayla the King.
Alan Ling, we can't discuss legal issues on the YouTubes.
Logan Burton, do you want to go to the prom with me, yes or no?
Kiera, he's my son too.
Eric Cons 39, king of the prime numbers.
Kusi, you can't say things like that in front of my friends.
Nick X, whoa, this is a kid's show, all right? This is for children.
Dejan January, if you want to bring another person into the bedroom, you got to run it by me first.
Juan Longoria, that is not a toy.
Gail Ferguson, did I say you could have some of my fries?
Cliff Rodriguez, give me back my family.
Master T, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were doing that. I didn't mean to open the door without knocking.
Goat Nation, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Lorenzo Baxter, maybe put a towel on when you come out of the shower, huh?
Differently sane, come in from the rain and get warm.
Marco Tunstall, what are you staring at? Like, what are you staring at me like that?
Lauren American Horse, you're a gosh darn American hero, and damn it, I respect you.
Simply Faded, open a window for Christ's sakes.
Somnambulist Jester 94.
So, Justin Martin, you have time to put out a tweet but not text me back? Is that it?
Rosie Beatty, you never came to one of my soccer games, not one.
Colin, I got you on camera. You're the one who backed into my car.
Philip J. Smith Jr., you've just been served.
Sorry, Jen Smith. I do not want to go to church with you.
Melanie LeBlanc, I found 5 friends and they found 5 friends. So we'll join your network marketing company. It's good.
Thank you guys for being here.
Always.
Personalized, customized messages.
Tailored to each of your personalities.
For every one of you and our one-on-one interactions
Heavily
we've all had with you guys.
Definitely. This is based on mountains of interaction.
Love y'all. See you soon.